welcome to the Vonjano Predicament. And of course, a top of the morning to ye, the blarney stone, aye. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Wait, what? Oh, that was on Friday? Oh, thank God we got over that. I hate the Irish. Today, we're talking about Lil Nas X, who is a black feller, kind of the Irish of races. He's also a gay black man, which is the sweatiest version of either one of those. He recently posted something on Twitter that has landed him in some hot water. Is this cancel culture run amok, or the woke mind virus finally going too far? We report, you decide. All of that and more later. My name is Steve Vonjano, and I am not a conservative. People need to stop saying that. I am seriously considering legal action. I'm a moderate centrist, bit of a milquetoast fence sitter, quite frankly. But I'll listen to Republicans. I'll respect their ideas. I'll donate to their GoFundMe for a new paint job on their vans. But I'm not one of them. I got my ears pierced one time.
It was at a Claire's.
But the tribalist establishment machine wants to put everyone into little boxes. And just because I don't go along with their narrative, and I'm willing to say out loud, hey, tribalist establishment machine, why don't you sit on it and spin, chuckleheads? They want to call me a conservative, which I'm not. What a disgusting thing to be. Gross, vile. I will sue anyone who suggests that I am conservative. But there's nothing wrong with being conservative. But you know what really riles up the establishment machine? When we make culture. That's the most important weapon in this culture war. Culture itself. Number 2, knives. Number 3, guns, but just because they're harder to operate. So it should come as no surprise that Bandcamp.com, a popular website where you can go on and pay full price for entire albums, which is the way people consume music nowadays, has decided to censoriously remove all my content. When I talk politics in a really coherent, informative, normal kind of way, they got no problem with it. They're like, talk politics till the cows come home, buddy. We don't give, quite frankly, a shit. But when I make culture that shares my actual values,
don't be racist, to whites, and also children should not know what a penis is.
They're like, whoa, slow down, buddy. Bring the cows home already. We need the milk. There once was a man named John Lennon, and he was famous not just for being a musician. I think he played saxophone in the Groovy Ghoulies. He was also an activist. He helped end the Vietnam War and bring civil rights to America. And John Lennon is exactly whose music I was uploading to Bandcamp. I really needed some money. I put all my cash on God's Not Dead 4 winning Best Picture, and it turns out that movie doesn't even exist. For only $3 on Bandcamp, I'd mail you a burned CD of something called The White Album. I'd never heard of it before, but I really liked the title, and upon listening to it, it has some interesting ideas on the upcoming Civil War I keep talking about. Anyway, Bandcamp needs to be arrested. The whole company, throw them in jail. Speaking of jail, there are rumors flying around that Donald Trump is going to be indicted on Tuesday. And if that happens, don't do any domestic terrorism, not even ironically. And absolutely do not do it while wearing my merch. But maybe if you wanted to change into one of my shirts after you've planted a bomb, which I disavow, I suggest no one do any violence of any kind. Don't do that. But if you're going to be on the news, maybe a t-shirt or even some sweatpants with my face on them and some kind of URL. The Patreon is not doing the numbers I had hoped for. I don't think anyone should do anything in Trump's name because I'm not even a big supporter of the guy. I'm a moderate centrist. I'm hardly MAGA. Definitely not ultra MAGA. Super deluxe special edition steelbook MAGA? Get out of here. I mean, sure, I voted for Trump and I donated to Trump. And I campaigned for Trump, and I personally washed dishes at his inauguration. And not the first inauguration. Here in Columbuston, we did another inauguration for him in like early 2021. Well, not that early. It was like June. It was the only time we could get 3 doors down booked. Trump himself didn't attend, but he did send Tiffany, and she read a poem he had written, and he seemed to think he was winning a Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album. Anyway, it devolved into a riot, as it always does in Columbuston when we let a woman talk. So if they perp walk Trump on Tuesday, take him down to the station, shoot his mugshot, fingerprint him, let me tell you something. His percentage of the black vote is going to skyrocket. And when they find out he's in there because he piped down a porn star so good he had to pay her millions of dollars to stop telling everyone about it, he's not just going to win the presidency, he's going to sweep the NAACP awards.
Move over, Angela Bassett.
Speaking of blacks and also prison, Lil Nas X. We're talking about him now because I'm hoping that'll chill you guys down in these kind of harrowing times. He has a black name, you can tell because it ends in X, and he enjoys prison as evidenced by this video of hardcore gay pornography. Roll it. Can we just play his music video? Are we allowed to do that?
I told you long ago on the road, I got what they waiting for.
Okay, so hopefully you just saw Lil Nas X's prison-based gay music video. If not, YouTube is censoriously violating my First Amendment rights, which I'm against, but Lil Nas X would probably be for because of, the violation. And listen, I don't have a problem with the gays. In fact, I give them a lot of credit for inventing brunch. White women stole that from you guys. You need to take it back. I just don't think we should be exposing children to degenerate lifestyles like the gays or SoundCloud rappers. Next thing you know, they're going to get a face tattoo and then just take a Seals and Croft beat and kind of chop it, slow it down, reverb it, and then just rap over it about how they're on pills and bisexual. Lil Nas X might have started in the SoundCloud ghettos, the urban jungles, as it were, but now he's at the top of the charts alongside such luminaries as Barbra Streisand or whatever a Niels Horan is. His smash hit Old Town Road successfully married hip-hop with music for people who want to make sagging your pants illegal. He followed it up with last year's Montero, which I believe is Latin for butt stuff. That album produced a music video wherein Lil Nas X gave a lap dance to Satan himself. And first off, great work coaxing Satan out of retirement. He hasn't acted since the Twilight Zone movie, so big coup there. But this was an obvious attempt to convince children that Satan is cool. And also strip clubs are cool, especially when they have black men with Asian men body proportions. So we all thought Lil Nas X was not on our side. He was pushing that kind of hip-hop style Joe Biden voter Marxism we hear so much about. But then he pissed off a bunch of trans people. Hell yeah, come on in, water's warm, Lil. He posted on Twitter this photo of a woman who I'm told kind of looks like him. I don't know, I don't see race, only moral character. He captioned it with, "The surgery was a success, heart emoji." Decent joke, the kid has a comedic future. I think he could open for Jim Brewer and I on our new tour, You Triggered Yet? We're playing all the best casinos in the less urban areas of Montana. Anyway, the trans community was very pissed at Mr. X. They claimed that he was mocking the very real, savage butchery and mutilation they go through just to affirm a mental disorder. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful.
Adults should be allowed to do whatever they want as long as I am not aware of it.
People often think the gays and the trans are best friends because they share a flag. But in reality, they have a long feud that stretches back generations. It's kind of like how Vietnamese and Cambodian people have all sworn blood oaths against one another, and us white people are like, wait, there's a difference? This Lil Nas X cancellation is just the latest example of all this stuff coming to a head. All this trans stuff, the kind of thing the radical woke left keep pushing and the right keeps going, what are you talking about? We don't think about that at all. We just want to grill, for God's sake. Last week, a biological male wearing a dress and really filling it out, if you catch my drift, appeared on the Drew Barrymore Show, a program I watch every morning, hoping to be angered, but usually I'm just confused by.
Fun fact, did you know that some cherries are actually made in Italy?
I didn't.
Well, now you know.
Now I do.
That child is not trans, and to the best of my knowledge, neither is Stanley Tucci. But when Drew Barrymore had on Dylan Mulvaney, I had the thought that we as a society need to stop Drew Barrymore. Also, Dylan Mulvaney got real lucky being born with a name that works for girls too.
Point is, Glenn Close should transition.
The only way for a society to function is to have a set of rules we all agree to, a kind of web of moral fiber. But America is lacking in moral fiber, which is why it is so difficult for us to poop lately. At some point, this has become literal. But societal collapse, full-throated, violent societal collapse, is inevitable. When we have people like Dylan Mulvaney breaking the basic rules of biology that we've all agreed upon for generations. And also, when we have people like Drew Barrymore breaking all the rules of TV talk shows by just sitting on the ground the whole time.
I think there's also a way to be taught and educated to open minds. And there are those who can, and I think you have that gift. I really do.
I'm a musical theater major.
Well, and you actually have a show.
Well, get this. Activism.
I do like that this Dylan character is a musical theater major. The gays were better when they just did singing-based plays and not drag shows for children. Just imagine, if you walk into any grade school right now, and I know most of you legally can't do that, but imagine, okay? You go to the cafeteria. What are you going to see? You're going to see sloppy joes just getting thrown around, a table of girls not eating and just putting makeup on, and they all hate each other. You're going to see a table of black kids playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Are you going to see the one weird kid in the corner who's maybe in the special needs class, but he doesn't have special needs? He just gets angry sometimes and punches a wall. Are you just going to see him lighting notebook paper on fire? No. All you're going to see is drag shows, gosh darn drag shows. Grown men, many of them with muscles, some with well-oiled mustaches. They're putting on dresses and they're shaking their package in front of children. There should be a law. If a kid doesn't have pubes, they don't get to see yours. Listen, people are going to do what people are going to do. And up to this point, we've all been classical liberals about it. Except, of course, during September, when we're classic rock liberals about it. I want a whole lot of love. Bow, 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 bow. But maybe now is the time to stop being polite and start being real. To quote the classic 90s reality TV program, Cops. Drew Barrymore crying. Lil Nas X being cyberbullied. Dylan Mulvaney presumably having a larger penis than me. I don't think there's a classic liberal solution to this. Only destruction. To solve this problem, to propose a solution to it that one might call, I don't know, final. We need to get together collectively as a society and help each other out. Not in terms of like growing food for each other or something. That shit's gay.
I grew my own kale. You don't get any.
We need to raise up as a collective unit and say, hey, enough is enough. You are not allowed to air disgusting and perverted content to my children. And you are definitely not allowed to break into my house, tie me up, put duct tape over my mouth, and then force my little son to put his penis between his legs. And you just sit in the corner and you're just kind of like drinking and you're going, you're a bitch. You're a bitch, little boy. Little bitch boy. You can't do that anymore. It's just not cool, man. And I'm not saying the government should come to your house and arrest you for being trans. No, they should wait until you're in a public place, okay? That sends a message. Are you sure we want to keep going down this road? This is getting kind of dark. We're sure? Okay. I support Dylan Mulvaney's search for truth. But it's unfortunate that it's landed them in as disgusting and degenerate an entertainment niche as daytime talk. But for the sake of our children and our children's children, and that's probably as far as humanity's going to go, to be honest, and things aren't looking good. For the sake of them, we need to force Dylan Mulvaney to just wear a pair of khakis. Come on, they're comfortable. Also, don't be so mean to Lil Nas X, okay? That chick does kind of look like him. Also, Old Town Road slaps. I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I love y'all. You're keeping me in business, and you're great. You gotta like and subscribe. Hit those buttons down there. Like, subscribe. I have a TikTok account now. You can go on there and see some clips, some hot stuff. Oh, man, I love y'all so much. Listen, I got a Patreon, okay? Here's the deal. For $5 a month, you get a bonus episode each week. Just yesterday, which would have been 2 days ago by the time this posts. Don't worry about it. Time's not real. Just a couple days ago, I posted a bonus episode of me reacting to Michael Knowles' acting reel. It was great. That man can act. If they have an Oscar for most acting, that man is gonna get it. But in addition to your bonus content, for your donation of $5 a month, you also get What's this? Oh my God. You get an executive producer credit like these people. And this is kind of a humble brag. If you can donate, you can brag to people that you have, an expendable $5 a month. That's a lot in America right now. You're like, I could light the $5 a month on fire, but instead I donate it to this stupid show. So that's a thing. That's stuff. So please check out the Patreon, like and subscribe, TikTok, follow, subreddit, join the Discord. I don't know. Do the things. Do all the things it says below. Shut up. Stop bothering me. I'm trying. All right, guys. I love you so much. I got another episode coming down the pike real soon. And until next time.
Wait, Dylan Mulvaney has a penis? I gotta make a phone call.
Shut up and sit down.